Every hour of the day and night, without interruption, high-speed freight trains roar over the tens of thousands of miles of track which bind the North American continent together. These are the arteries through which flows the lifeblood of the nation. Most vital in the immense tonnage of goods hauled by the freight trains is food, especially perishable products such as fruit. In the long journey from the warm states in the south and southwest to the cities of the north, fruits must be carefully handled and periodically checked to see that they arrive fresh at their destinations. Inspectors take the temperature of a carload of bananas to be sure that there is no danger of spoilage. Here in the transfer yard, the freight cars are sorted out according to their destinations and are reassembled into new trains. When a car is uncoupled, it rolls free. Gravity pulls it down a slight incline, and it is switched off to become part of another fast freight. Each car is inspected from below to be sure that all is in order. Re-icing takes place at the transfer yards. The bunkers of the special refrigeration cars in which fresh fruit is transported are firmly packed with hundreds of ice, thus ensuring that the perishable cargo is fully protected for the rest of the long passage. Markers are placed to signal that all preparations are complete, and the fast freight pulls out to resume its high-speed journey northward. The conductor, chief of the train crew, is responsible for the safe delivery of the freight. Meanwhile, the brakeman keeps a lookout for trouble up ahead as the train rounds a curve. Now, after days and nights of speeding over thousands of miles of track, the fast freight nears its goal, New York City. But the broad Hudson River bars the way, and the cars must first be loaded onto waiting barges for the final stage of the journey across the water to the metropolis. When the cars arrive, the business of unloading is swiftly and efficiently done, so that the fruit, oranges, apples, peaches, can be rushed to the markets and be ready and waiting for the multitude of housewives who will come a-shopping in the morning. So while the city sleeps, the gifts of the earth are placed on its doorstep. Once again, the fast freight has delivered its needed cargo. The timberlands of the Middle West are attacked by a tiny but powerful enemy, the tussock moth. In northern Idaho, millions of these insects have destroyed parts of the forests. Scientists point to stripped trees in a 350,000-acre timber area in which the moths are advancing. Government and private agencies prepare to stamp out the destructive pests. A DDT-type insecticide is poured from railroad tank cars to trucks. It takes 40 tank cars to carry 350,000 gallons of spray, about a gallon per acre needed for this operation. The trucks carry the DDT to airports, where it is loaded aboard special planes. These planes, which carry from 75 to 300 gallons of the spray, distribute it over the forests. The insecticide killer is released from spray jets, built in the wings. Nozzles are tested on the ground before the aircraft takes off. Planes leave from special landing fields built in the timber area for this operation. Once in the air, they work in shifts, crisscrossing over the forest until they have covered the entire infested area. Through this method, a great forest region is sprayed in relatively short time, far quicker than ground crews could do the job. The DDT kills the tussock moth and prevents them from causing further damage. This airborne operation saves thousands of feet of lumber for the world. The nearest man comes to flying is not piloting an airplane, but piloting a glider. Today, gliding is a popular American sport. In Elmira, New York, students receive instruction from an expert flyer. Except that it lacks an engine, the modern glider or sailplane has the same flight controls as an airplane. The ailerons or wing flaps keep the glider level or permit it to bank. The elevators bring the ship up or down. Rudder, located in the center of the tail, steers the plane left or right. A spring catch in the forward part of the plane releases the tow rope when the ship is in the air. Since the glider has no engine, it must be pulled into the air like a kite. Gliding is actually only the descending motion. Going up is called soaring and relies on warm currents of rising air to provide the buoyancy that supports the plane and permits it to climb. A glider is similar to an airplane without fuel, so every landing is like a forced landing. Gliders always land against the wind. Sometimes a running ground crew pulls the plane into the air using a semi-elastic snap cord. This eliminates the need for a long, level runway. At Elmira Airport, however, a mechanical launching drum reels in the line fast enough to catapult a glider off the ground. Another method of takeoff is to attach the tow line to an automobile which pulls the ship up. Most gliders are built by their pilots at home. Their light wood frames and thin fabric covering costs very little. Gliders have set some unusual records. One reached an altitude of 4 miles. Another stayed in the air 36 hours. A third traveled non-stop more than 465 miles.